Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And today I have a very exciting video planned because a lot of you guys have asked me like if I can do like a step-by-step tutorial kind of on how I manifested like my dream nose and my dimple. So I was like, you know what? I can do that. So make sure you give this video a like already and subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you can be updated whenever I post a video. So let's dive right into it. So in my other video, I talk a lot about how in COVID, like most of my growth happened, and that's so very true. And in that period of time, I really like started to work on myself because I truly believe that if you want to change quite literally anything in your life, you need to change yourself first. I truly believe that how you feel on the inside will reflect on the outside. And I was at the time, well, I was still in school, and school was like the worst period of my life. Personally, I really hated it. I got bullied, and I was really like depressed, kind of. Like, I'm not saying that I was depressed, but I was feeling down like 90% of the time. So, yeah, basically, I felt like shit on the inside. I did not love myself. I didn't accept myself for who I was. I hated the way I looked, so I needed to change that. So I needed to feel good on the inside, and I always go to my mom because she, like I said, she plays like a huge part in like my life, of course, because she's my mom. But it's also her job. She is a life coach, and she coaches people, and yeah, I'm her daughter, so she teaches me those things too. So I went to her and I was like, I don't know what to do. And I needed to work on loving myself. So also I am looking at my iPad to like look at my notes that I made, because sometimes when I just turn on the camera, I just talk and I don't keep like, I don't really like think about my notes anymore. I just talk. But the first thing I want to discuss is that if you want to manifest something, I want you to know that you can manifest literally anything that you want. Okay, you can literally be as delusional as you want, but I truly believe that everything is possible. So it doesn't matter what it is that you want to manifest, it is possible. But you need to believe that it's possible. That's one. But the second thing is you also need to believe that manifestation works. Like in the beginning, when I was like getting into manifesting, I always like was like, okay, I was really open-minded. I was like, okay, if that's something that people do, I think I can do that too. But it was really hard for me to kind of like believe that I could manifest too, because I still had some beliefs about myself that I couldn't manifest, or that I couldn't be lucky, or that I couldn't be successful. So I needed to change those beliefs about myself. So if you are struggling with manifesting, ask yourself, do you really believe that you can manifest something? Because if not, you have like a deeper core belief like in your subconscious mind that you need to solve. Okay, at the time when I wanted to like I needed to learn obviously how to reframe those beliefs. So for example, I thought that I couldn't manifest, so then I wrote it down and I started to write things down that I've already had manifested, for example, even if it were things that I unconsciously did. But now when I think back, I was like, okay, so I was thinking that, I was vibrating on this frequency, and then it happened. So I started to write things down to make it more believable for my mind, because your mind is not going to believe something if it hadn't already, if you don't have proof of it. I don't know how, if that makes any sense, but people always need to see it before they believe it. But when it comes to manifesting, you need to believe it before you see it. So everything that you want, you need to find a way to make it easy for your mind to understand that it's possible. So if you don't think you can manifest, find a way to make your mind believe that you can manifest. Because actually the thing is, we are always manifesting, we are always vibrating, we always have feelings, thoughts, and those feelings and thoughts, they become usually reality because of the way how we feel sometimes. Also, if you're like in a negative vibration, you will attract negative shit. So that's also manifesting. So I say to myself, like, if I can manifest negative things, I can definitely manifest positive things in my life. That's what I used to do back then, because I used to attract a lot of shit. And yeah, that made me like a really great manifester. So I started to make it believable for my brain. So I hope that made somewhat sense. If it didn't, please comment and ask me anything that you want to ask. I will answer your comment, and I will try to make a video about it if you want to. So yeah, okay. So the next thing that I did to make like a dimple in my face, basically, and to manifest my smaller nose, is that I was being really, 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 really delusional. Yeah, I know. So what I did, because like I said, you need to make it believable for your brain that you can have something. And especially when it comes to like your appearance and stuff, that's like different kind of manifesting, okay? So what I did, I used to take like a contouring color, like for my makeup palette or something, and I used to like draw a little line here. Like I did not want two dimples, by the way. I just wanted to have one because I thought that Ariana Grande was like so cute, and I was like, oh my god, I want that too. So I used to draw a line here. I did not go outside with the line, okay? But the reason why I did that is because I wanted to know what it would look like on my face, on my face. So if you have seen my other video about how I manifest, I talk a lot about visualization, okay? Because for me, visualization is the key. I think it's for everyone actually, but for me, that's key. Because if I see it in my mind over and over and over and over and over, I will attract it and it will become a reality. And that's the same for me when I like wanted to have that dimple. I didn't really know what visualization was back then. I just was like, okay, I want to have a dimple, so I'm just going to draw a line every night and see what it looks like. And I did that just to be like really delusional. The next thing that I want to add to this thing is that visualization is key. So in my head, I already knew what it looked like if I had a dimple. So I saw it in the mirror with the fake dimple, and whenever I would talk to people and I would smile or laugh or whatever, I would pretend in my head that I already had a dimple. Because I'm like really good, I guess, at being like really delusional. If you tell me like I can't do it, I'll do it. I can prove that I can. So I'm that kind of person. I'm like when somebody's like, oh, that's impossible, I'm like, no, I can do it. So that's the same with this. I was being really delusional. So every time I was talking to someone and laughing or whatever, and I would pretend I had a dimple. I didn't tell anyone that I was thinking that, but I was definitely thinking that. Okay? If you are a person who like struggles, for example, with visualizing, I would literally just tell you just to keep practicing. Because in the beginning for me, when I started to visualize my dream life or my face, my dream appearance, whatever, I don't think I could, I couldn't see it always, okay? It took time. Like, it's literally a practice. So if you want to attract good things in your life, practice with visualizing. Yeah, it's literally the key to everything. So make sure you become really good at it. And it's the same with meditating. Like when I was meditating in the beginning, I could not find peace in myself. No, I could not focus. Now I can. It takes time, it takes practice. So also allow yourself to take time, and that it doesn't have to happen like this. I mean, sure it can, but it depends on how much time you are willing to give yourself. So you make sure you practice with visualizing and be really delusional, because I truly believe that is the key. So yeah. And if you think that I'm actually a crazy person, I get that you think that, but I mean, it did work. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with this information. But the next thing that I want to be talking about is affirmations, and I love affirmations. I still, to this day, I listen to affirmations when I go to sleep and when I wake up, just to like set my mind for the day and wake up with positive vibes and everything. So that's something that I do. But back then, I was more of like listening to affirmations who made me feel like more confident, and because I really needed to learn how to love myself. And when it came to like, because some of you guys asked if like what kind of like affirmations I think I used or whatever, but I was just talking to myself in the mirror, and I was just telling myself that I was beautiful and that I love the way I look and I have a small nose and that I have a cute smile, like simple things like that. And if you not believe it, make it believable for your mind. Again, that's the thing. You kind of like need to make it believable again for your brain. So if you don't find yourself beautiful, look at something about yourself that you do find pretty, okay? So that's the thing about affirmations that I still do to this day. And if I have to be honest, I wasn't really like using any specific like affirmations for like dimples and nose, but there was a point where I was listening to subliminals, okay? But also I want to say like something about subliminals. Be careful to what kind of subliminals you listen to, because you really don't know what they put in those videos, and I don't know, yeah, your subconscious mind is going to take that in, and I don't know really like what they put in. So make sure you do your research when you're listening to subliminals, because I remember there was a time that I was listening to subliminals for like at least 1 or 2 months. Okay, and now I want to tell you guys a little bit about like the results, like how long it took for me to get where I am today. And I truly believe that there is also a part that I just grew up as a person. Like I was 14 or 15 at the time, I don't really remember. But obviously, yeah, this is what I looked like. This is what I look like right now. A lot of things changed. I started to like work on myself, of course, whatever. Not just that, I also started to take action. Okay, when it comes to manifesting, and I want you to get this in your head, okay? When it comes to manifestation, it's not just, oh my god, it's just happening, blah blah blah, and I don't have to do anything. No. When it comes to manifesting, you still have to take action, and you have to take the right action. Yeah? And this action is called aligned action. Because the action that you're taking align with your goal. So that's the same with if you want a smaller nose. Okay, what can I do to create like a smaller nose? And I have the answer for you. It's simply just massaging your face. Okay? And I have a theory. I don't know if it's right. I'm not a scientist. I don't know what I am. I'm just here making videos and sharing my opinion, I guess. But it's just like if you go to the gym and you start to work out, and your muscles, they are gonna grow. You train your muscles. But it's also the same with your face. I was like, oh my god, wait, if my body has muscles, then my face also has muscles. So I believe that my face also has like muscles and fat and whatever, so I can just massage it away, and I can train my muscles in my face, for example. So there were exercises that I did, for example, to create like a smaller nose. So I was just massaging my nose. I was like literally doing like weird stuff with my nose. But if you want to find those things, you could definitely find them on TikTok or on YouTube. I was massaging my face. Also, you can use just your hands. It will do just fine. You can also use like a gua sha for like divining your jaw or your cheeks, whatever. And you can massage your forehead even. Like there are so many things that you can do to improve yourself. So don't ever think like, oh no, my face can't change. If you believe, again, that your face can never change and that you will always look the same, you will always look the same. Yeah? I can always grow as a person. I can always like look better on the outside and feel better on the inside. There's always something that you can do. Okay? So don't think that growth is limited. Yeah, you can always grow. If you're like, well, what the hell, that's not manifesting. Let me tell you something, okay? So over time, when in that period of time I started doing the face massage, I was listening to affirmations, subliminals, all the good stuff, I was visualizing, whatever. Then at some point, I just stopped. Yeah, really, I don't know. I just kind of like stopped. I let it go. Yeah, I did not stop believing that it was possible. I was just changing my perspective. I was focusing on, for example, like loving myself a little bit more instead of just focusing on having a small nose or having a dimple in my face. Then over time I got like into like acne treatments and stuff because I was really struggling with acne back then. And I started to think about like my health more because I had like a lot of like low iron and all the stuff like that. And I needed to like figure out, okay, how do I get better with my health also? So I started to eat more better, and I stopped eating things that weren't good for me. Like I have a lot of allergies, and over time I got like more allergies. I don't know why, but the thing is, for example, with like whenever I was like eating milk or something, well, drinking milk, my face would just like acne, whatever. And also the same with sugar. I started to eat so much like less sugar over time. My skin started to become more like tighter, and you started to see like my muscles a little bit more. My face was really puffy, and over time it got like more like divined, I guess. And that's because I started to focus on eating more healthy and eating things that were better for me. Really like think about, okay, is this good for me? And maybe I should like find a replacement for it, because you can, for example, if you don't want to drink milk and it's not good for you, you can drink like oat milk or anything else. Like about what you put in your body, okay? That everyone can manifest like anything. If you want to manifest dimples, I'm pretty sure you can. And like I said, I was also just massaging my face. I was taking action that would eventually make that happen. And that's the thing with aligned action. It just makes sense on the long run. And for example, there's one exercise that I did do like for my dimples, I guess. I was just like massaging like a hole in my face, kind of. But I wasn't like poking a hole in my face, okay? So don't do that. I saw a girl one time and she literally poked a freaking like pen or something in her face, and I was like, well, that's crazy. I would never do that. But over time, yeah, it did happen and it started to appear. Also, I think I remember when on TikTok like they came up with like the inverted filter, and I saw that I was like really unsymmetrical. So I also started to sleep on the other side of my face instead of like this side of my face. And I feel like that also kind of like helped pushing like my face in a more like symmetrical kind of structure. Yeah, I don't know if I said that right. If you think that I'm absolutely crazy for doing all this, I get that. If I have to be really honest, I don't do anything of those things right now. I sometimes like use like I just massage my face like a little bit whenever I feel like, okay, it needs a little bit of like divining or stuff. But honestly, I kind of let go of that because I fully accept like what I look like right now. I'm happy with myself. I love myself. And yeah, personally, I think I look amazing. Just saying, not to be like whatever. Over time, like I started to accept myself. And that's the thing, when you go on this journey, you will get to that point. 5 years ago, I would have never thought that I first of all would look like this, and that I would like actually be here at a point where I would just look at myself and be happy with me. Yeah. And I love that for myself. You can do that too. If you feel like you don't have any like time left to grow, to change, whatever, please stop. There is plenty of time. You can always start over because you can decide when you do that. So if you decide that from now on today, you're going to take the next step and you're going to, take over control of your life. You're going to start working on yourself, loving yourself, listening to affirmations, visualizing all the good stuff. It's going to happen for you. Doesn't matter on what aspect of your life, whether it's about creating like dimples in your face or a smaller nose. It can be anything. Before we end this video, I have something for you. I created a free like a challenge, I guess. It's called the 7-day free mindset challenge, where I help you create that mindset in just 7 days, okay? So there's a link in the description. You can check it out and see if it's something for you. But I truly think that if you create like that mindset, you can definitely achieve anything in life. So make sure you check that out. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be up to date whenever I post a video. And also, if you have any questions regarding manifesting or anything else, really, please let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to reply. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!